So reaction has been fairly swift as we look through the evening here, especially from leading Republicans, starting with former President Donald Trump, who took to social media right after the news broke, saying that President Biden, and I'll quote here, is certainly not fit to serve and never was. He says the former president also vowed to, quote, remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Texas Governor Greg Abbott also posting, we'll share that with you, says, quote, if Biden is unfit to run for the presidency, he is unfit to run the presidency. A change in the Oval Office, he says, is essential immediately to ensure the safety of Americans and the security of our country.
And we got to check in on the other side of the aisle tonight, where we know leading Democrats are praising the president's choice to step down. Our Jack Fink is live tonight. Jack, we just spoke about this a couple days ago. We said this would be a tectonic shift if this happened. So I'm guessing this is making things a lot more interesting to watch race-wise at this point.
Well, that's right, Nicole, and what a dramatic change in the presidential race in just 3 weeks. Democrats had hoped to initially make the race all about Donald Trump, but after the debate, it became all about President Biden. And now that he's not running for re-election, Texas Democrats are praising the president's legacy, and many are backing his choice to succeed him, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Definitely one of the most accomplished presidents that this country has ever seen.
Democratic Congressman Marc Veasey of Fort Worth praises President Biden 2 days after he joined a growing chorus of Democrats in Congress, calling on him to step aside and bow out of his re-election bid. Congressman Lloyd Doggett of Austin became the first member of Congress to urge the president to leave the race.
And as a result of his decision, we have a much better opportunity to prevent Donald Trump and his gang from taking over our government.
The Biden campaign has already filed amended paperwork with the Federal Election Commission, from Biden for president to Harris for president. Congressman Veasey says he believes the vice president, who campaigned in Dallas earlier this month, is already energizing Democrats ahead of their convention in Chicago next month.
I'm excited, and the base is excited, that he has decided to pass the torch to his vice president.
Do you see all the Biden delegates supporting her?
I think that it's going to be smooth sailing. I think that we're going to go into Chicago united, organized, fired up, ready to go.
While Congressman Doggett says he believes the vice president would be an excellent nominee, he isn't ready to endorse her.
With no disrespect to Vice President Harris, but this doesn't have to be decided within minutes or hours of President Biden's decision. We need to engage the whole country. We need to be hearing from voters across the country, and this shouldn't be strictly a Washington inside deal.
Jane Hope Hamilton of Dallas was the Texas director of the Biden-Harris campaign 4 years ago, and she praises the president's accomplishments.
I am proud to have been a part of helping to get him elected.
She's backing Vice President Harris for president.
So in terms of a candidate that is ready to serve, she is the best nominee that we could possibly have.
I asked her what would happen if there's an open process and Harris doesn't receive the nomination.
While Vice President Kamala Harris cannot take for granted that she will just get the nomination, there is no scenario that I can imagine. She's first in line. So that would mean that the party would need to pass her up. And that is a scenario that would be, frankly, disastrous.
Now, aside from Congressman Veasey, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is also supporting Vice President Harris and says she would not campaign for any other Democrat. Congressman Colin Allred, who's running to unseat Senator Ted Cruz this November, issued a statement thanking President Biden for putting country before self. He did not mention Vice President Harris, nor say who he would support for president.
And Jack, I have to ask you, the Democrats that you have spoken to about the process of nominating VP Harris at this point, how confident are they? We're 3-4 months to go. How confident are they that this can happen and actually get her on the ballot?
Well, Nicole, there is certainly some uncertainty because the rules haven't been finalized by the Democratic National Committee just yet. But most of the Democrats I spoke with are confident that President Biden's delegates will back his decision to endorse Vice President Harris. Democrats say Harris is also likely talking to potential running mates right now. No word how quickly that's going to take place and be finalized. The Democratic National Convention runs from August 19th through the 22nd, and Texas law says the campaign has 4 days after the convention, August 26th, to replace President Biden's name on the ballot. Nicole?